Hi everybody, it's Ginger from In Sheep's Clothing Yarn Shop here in Torrington, Connecticut, and welcome to my shopcast. Today is Saturday afternoon. It is the end of our week-long yarn crawl, and just in the nick of time. It's been fun, it's been busy, but I'm ready to get back to just the daily grind, such as it is. I do not have a daily grind. I love my job. So I hope that you're all doing well today. I promised you last week that I had the Jody Long Trunkshow for his new line of Colourspun yarn, and I am going to go over that with you today. I have the garments here. I'm going to go through the garments and tell you about them. So, Colourspun. Colourspun is a blend of a wool and acrylic, and it's kind of a chunky weight yarn. It's a self-striping, easy care, so machine washable. It's a wool blend, and it is, let me get the information here, done basically pretty much on a 10.5 needle or 6.5 millimeter, and you are getting 197 yards or 180 meters for 100 grams. So it's nice fluffy, it's really soft, beautiful, beautiful multicolors as you'll see in the garments. And I can't wait. I have not had a chance with the yarn crawl. I have not. Oh, and speaking of the yarn crawl, thank you all of you who stopped into the shop to say hi, to check out the new things in the store. It's a great time sometimes to see people that I have not seen since the last yarn crawl. So thanks again for coming in. Thank you for the new folks that stopped in as well. And of course my regular customers too. So thank you very much. It was a very successful crawl. So anyway, getting back to the yarn. Yes, so it's nice and fluffy. Lots of nice yardage on it. And I cannot wait to dig into it and make something with it. I think, well, you'll see. Hopefully next week when I'm here, I'll have something to show you in the Colourspun. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking it up, it's up on my website. But if you are looking up Colourspun, if you want to Google it or something, it is spelled the British way of spelling color, which is Colourspun. Otherwise, you might not find it not spelling it the British way. Okay, so I'm going to go into the scarves first. I have got those right here. I have some scarves and hats. So big, generous scarves. And this is there's a leaflet that goes with it. And there's 5 different scarves. And let's see here. We're going to show you the bobbly. They just go by scarf A, B, C, but don't really tell you what the stitch is. But this is a bobbly type scarf. And this is done in that purple that I was just showing you. Look at the color run on that. Is that beautiful? I told you it's really long. I should tell you exactly how long these are. And they're nice and wide, so they're very generous. Matter of fact, I think I had this on for a little bit last week. So very, very cozy. It's almost shawl-like. And actually, let me tell you here, measurements on this. 10.75 inches wide by 78 inches long. So nice and wide. And these take the lavender. This is 4 balls of yarn. Of course, you could always size it down if you feel that's just a little too much for you. So that is, and this is color number, and this is all up on my website, and I'll put these in the notes below. This is color 1008 lavender. Okay. And then this is one of my favorites right here. This is so bright and cheerful. Here we go. I believe this is Fiesta, if I'm not mistaken, but look at those colors. It should be Fiesta. This is just a simple seed stitch, but look how beautiful that is. Colors are just great. Love it. I'm not an orange gal, but this is very pretty. color 1006, Fiesta. I was right. Okay, so that's just a 1x1 seed stitch. And then we have a beautiful cabled scarf. And I think all of these scarves, with the exception of one, take 4 balls of yarn. So this is the cable scarf, and this is done in a nice denim-y color, color number 110. Look how beautiful that is. Really shows off the cables very nicely. Ooh, love the color. Love the color range on this. So pretty. Okay, and then we have this one, which is done in copper, which is color 1001. And I believe this looks like it's some sort of a slip stitch. Scarf D. Let's just see what it is. Work through the back loop. Slip one purlwise. Yes, it's a slip stitch. But how pretty. That copper just vibrates against the blue. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so those are the scarves. And then there's hats. So let's take a look at the hats. Okay. Okay, so these are the hats on the models, because I am not going to be modeling hats for you, because I look horrible in hats. There you go. I love this color. I think this is such a fun color. Now this one is knit sideways, and look at how nice the cables show up. It's a cable and lace pattern. So knit sideways. And actually, this color is 1009, and here it is. Well, here it is on the model, so you can really see it. Okay. And let me just check how many. One ball should do it for these hats, I would think. One hat. Okay, except for one hat. This is hat D. All right, I just have to find which hat is which. One of them will take 2, so it's gonna be the biggest hat. D doesn't say. Okay, so this is hat D. Yeah, so that's one ball. And then we have this little kind of ear flap hat. And it also has something at the back of your neck to help keep you warm. So that's kind of a clever idea. There you go on the model. And that could go guy, gal. And then we have, this is probably the one that takes more than, or maybe it's this one. Oh, there's one that has pom-poms. The 1002. 1002, yes. 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 Version B, C. Yes, that's the one that takes 2. Okay. All right. And then there's just the nice, easy, ridged, knit purl rounds. Kind of a slouchy hat. Here it is on the, I suppose if you didn't want slouchy, you could make it a little bit shorter. And then we have this really cute little cabled hat with 2 pom-poms. And that's what takes up the extra yarn. Is this little hat. There we go. And I'm just noticing something. I don't know if I got a warning or not. I just realized I don't know how much I have on my phone. We'll find out. We will find out, because it's looking a little dark. And I didn't see a warning, so we'll find out. Okay, and then, all right, so now we get on to the sweaters. Okay. Our next sweater is a really cute little hooded sweater, and I have one for the shop as well. Let's see, get them in order here. And this is such a great color. I love this blue-green. And this has a great big hood on it. And this they show on a guy. And I think it's really kind of sized for a guy because it's very long. Yeah. It has a little like kangaroo sweatshirt type pocket in the front. And there's your hood. And then I also have it, where did I put it? And I have it in the really, it's huge. Oh, it's right here. I love the color, but boy, it's big. I mean, this would be great when I'm freezing in here in the store in the winter time. At least I have something I could throw on. But look how big that is. It's huge. I swear the hood's even bigger. But anyway, that looks so cozy, doesn't it? The great big the pockets in the front. Yeah, so it's just like your really cozy, comfy sweatshirt. And so now we'll give you the particulars about the sweater. So it goes small to 3X large. Jody is not afraid to up the sizes. So small, we've got actual measurements. We have four, so they start at 44.5 and go up to 67 finished inches. This is going to take between 6, 7, 8, 9 balls of yarn, and it's worked on a 9 and a 10.5 needle. So 10.5, my goodness, it'll work up so quickly. Okay, all right, so I guess that's it. And here it is, the back with the And then we have, now this is, again, very oversized jacket, jacket type sweater. The colors are fabulous in this. Now the sleeves, I tried this on and it pretty much fit me. And it's really kind of one of the smaller sizes, like maybe a medium. If I were to make it bigger, I would still make my sleeves shorter. I know I have super short arms, but the sleeves cuff up. I'll show you the sweater. The sleeves cuff up, and I just found them very cumbersome. So I would want to shorten my sleeves up and maybe, I don't know. I would highly recommend, if you're going to do this and cuff it, tack your cuff. So at least then it's not falling down on you. But I put this on and it was kind of like ridiculous on me because the sleeve, can't get my arm in here. I mean, it was hanging off me like this much. It was insane. But I do have very short arms, but you want to probably take that in consideration. But it did look very cute on people, and it's got the great little pockets and a little collar, and I love the single button on there. And I do have these buttons, and actually I'm kitting the sweater up right now with buttons. So if you would like to have a button with your sweater, I have buttons up on the website, so you could choose your own color, or you can trust me and let me choose it for you. Okay, details. So let's see. Okay, small to 3X, and okay, so really big sizes here. It's meant to be oversized, so keep that in mind. So if you don't want it quite so oversized, you might want to think about it. So small, the finished actual measurement is 52 3/4, and then it goes to 57, 61, extra large is 66, 2X 71, and 3X 75. So it's really a big size, and it goes anywhere from 7, 8, 9 up to 10 balls of yarn, and again worked on a 9 and a 10.5 needle. Okay, but very simple. I should tell you, the stitch is like a double seed stitch. So knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, and then reverse it. Yeah, so it's a very good looking sweater. I love the patch pocket. Well, it's not patch pockets actually. They're knit in pockets. I love a knit in pocket. That's really nice. Okay, and then we have this really cute sweater. So it's like a long tunic, And this color is fabulous. So this really shows off all the colors. And here it is on the mannequin. It has this super, super deep ribbing that you can, I think I'll put it right on my lap, that you can see right here. See how deep that ribbing is? And then, yeah, not so much. And then they have a cable on the sleeve, cable up the front. Back does not have a cable. Nice deep neck. And then your nice 2x2 ribbing. So it's just a nice cozy sweater. No real shaping. It's just tunic shaped. Okay. So let's see. So that one's called Posy. Now you know what? I just realized I did not tell you the names of these sweaters. So let me go backwards and tell you. So that blue-green cardigan was called Brit. Luigi was the hooded sweater. So Luigi. And then the scarves, well, the scarves were the scarves. And then this sweater that I'm talking about right now is called Posy, with the cables up the front. And let's give you the details about that. Okay, so Posy, again, small to 3X. Actual measurements are 37 up to 64 1/4. Size 9 and 10.5 again. And that's it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And there it is on the back of the model. Sweaters is Arabella. And that's this little cardigan with the cabled edging. And to me, a little bit of a surprise, it has this really pretty cable and lace on the back. It's like this just little surprise when you turn the sweater around. And let me find that sweater. What do I do with it? It's right here. Okay, so here it is. I love the colors. So see that nice little cabled edging? But look, see the cable in the back? Isn't that pretty? I don't know, it tickles me. I just think it's so nice. Everybody that's turned it around that was very surprised to see that. And then it has your pockets. And again, these are knit in? Yes, these are knit in pockets. Yes. Let me check. I can't tell. No, maybe they're sewn on. No, they're just sewn down. They're knit in. Okay, so anyway, now, personally, all right, the sleeves are plain, no cables or anything. Personally, I put this here to help keep it flat and open. Personally, I mean, you can see how it's kind of opening on her. I like my fronts to kind of lay nice and flat. So I think I'd be almost tempted to put a buttonhole through one of these cables, just so that it's there just to hold it open. Or you could do something like this, or just something on there to put a closure. But I would just, I mean, I had that beautiful cable. I would just hate for it to roll in and not be able to see it. Okay, so sizes for this sweater. That's Arabella. So the sizes go small to 3X. And we've got actual 38. This one's a little slimmer. 38 3/4 up to 57 3/4. But I think the fit on this is meant to be, it's not oversized. It's meant to be a little more fitted. And this is going to take anywhere between 5 and 8 balls of yarn. And it does have a chart for the lace. And I think it's probably also, see if it's also written out. Yeah, it's also written out. Oh no, that's the front. Let's just look at the back for a second. Yeah, the cables, so it's written out and charted as well. Okay, so that's really, really pretty. And then another pretty one, and then actually the final sweater is Flora. And pretty color, pretty sweater. There we go. Pretty, pretty lace on the sleeves, back and front. And it looks, this is a very nice, simple, kind of like a leaf looking lace. So not a difficult lace to do. And let's see. So Flora, this is what it looks like on the model. And here's the back. And this does not look like it has any shaping. It's just a rectangle. Maybe slightly shaped sleeves. Oh, and then I look at this and it says shaped top. That's just for the shoulders. The only thing that I really miss, and it seems like, I don't know, it seems like in Europe they don't do it like they do here. I like a schematic. And I'm always looking, where's the schematic? Because that's kind of like the first thing I look at when I go to look at a pattern is I get all my numbers there on the schematic. And then I can look at the pattern more in depth. But, so I kind of feel like I'm missing something. So I kind of wish we'd had some schematics here. Okay, I did say the sizing on that, 39.5 to up to 65.5. Takes between 4 and 7 skeins of yarn. Again, 9 and 10.5. And let me just look at anything else on here. Yeah, no, it looks like it's just a rectangle, so no extra. So nice and simple shaping. And the pattern, the pattern is not is not charted out, and it's written out. So for those of you that like that, it's right up your alley. So Flora, very, very cute pattern. Okay, so let me have a sip here. Let's see. So I have been finding too many patterns that I love and want to make, and finding myself, it's just so short on time. I have lots of deadlines. I had somebody come in today and say, "Oh, well, now that the yarn crawl is good, you've got a little more free time." Like, no, between now and December 1st, no time. I might actually have more time into free in December than I do in October and November. It's crazy. I have a question for you, and if you could put a comment and let me know what you think, because I'm kind of like, maybe it's been long enough. You know how sometimes we have these trends that come and they come and they go. We're all excited about it when it happens, and then later on it's like we can't stand to see it again. I'm just wondering if enough time has passed, because this is a little different. And I have to say, okay, so remember the ruffle yarn? Remember the yarn that you actually knit and it created the ruffles? Not even the ones where you knit it so that it ruffled, with the short rows. Okay, yeah, I got to the point where it's just like I can't look at that yarn anymore. Well, Earth Yarn came out with, they have this pattern, and I have to say, I looked at it and I'm like, I think maybe enough time has gone by, because I think like in its absolute heyday, definitely 10 years ago, definitely 10, maybe just a little bit longer. I mean, it hung out a little bit longer maybe after that, but definitely I was done with it 11, 12 years ago, I think. But they did this a little differently, and I'll show you the pattern here. So there you go. Now what's different about this is, rather than the entire thing being totally ruffled, the short rows to make it ruffled, they left this part knit straight. So you have this narrow little scarf, and then you just tie it or not tie it, and you have the little ruffle here. Too soon? What do you think? I'm not even sure I ever actually knit one of these. I think I only knit with the ruffle stuff. I knit them for samples for the shop, and people were buying the yarn like crazy. But I'm not sure, I really don't think I ever knit one of the actual scarves. And it's kind of cute, because if you look at it on the motto. See how it's flat against her neck? I think that's kind of cute. And I'm thinking they must have done one side, one the other side, and then joined it in the back. I haven't read the pattern all the way through. Maybe. So what do you think? Do you think it's too soon? There's so many beautiful multicolored yarns that I could see this knit in. And if you think it's not too soon, it might be maybe a fun thing to do. It might be a like really nice holiday gift to make. So let me know what you think. I'm on the fence about it. I'm not sure. I think if somebody said, yeah, hey, that might be fun to do, I think I would be game. But I need somebody to send me over the edge on it. So let me know what you think. Okay, what else have I seen? Oh, yeah. And then also another one that sometimes I'm late to the party on things. And actually, I'm not sure if this pattern was... And I think I've shown you this before. Wonderwall. I am totally in love with this. It's kind of dark here. I'm sure I've shown this to you, but I'm keeping it in my pile so I do not forget about it, because every time I pick it up, I just want to cast this on so bad. And I don't dare. I can't. I can't. There's nothing. And I'll tell you why in a minute, why I can't. Besides some of the obvious reasons that I can't. Okay, this is the other piece that I saw that I want to cast on for this too. This is, I don't know if you remember, I'm not sure when she designed this, 2019, so it's a little bit ago. Montana Mountain Cowl. I was probably busy doing something else and was not aware of it, because to me it looks brand new. I thought I had a better picture of it. I guess this is the picture I have. And this is by Andrea Mowry. But isn't that pretty? This is another one that I was thinking, ooh, Perth would be very pretty with, I think, with a solid background with it. Just have to think of what I would use for the background. But I think it's so pretty, and I can't even think about it right now. This is really terrible. It's so bad that I want to knit these things and I can't. And why can't I? Because I have so much, especially with the new seasons, I have so much stuff. I have to update my website. I have to put all the new stuff up. I have to go through and weed out some of the older stuff. And some of you newer people to my website, I think I've said this before, you're like little magpies. You find things on my website that I totally forgot that I even put up. And that's not good. So I have to go through. I've been trying to go through in between things and take things out, and like, oh my God, I haven't had that yarn in 5 years. Because, you're always constantly getting on to the next new thing, and before you know it, there's things that have been left in the dust. So anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to keep up, because I hate disappointing people when they want to order something and it's like, oh no, I totally forgot that was up there. So anyway, just funny story. This is kind of like my life. So I'm in the shop, I do my stuff, I go home, do what I have to do, dinner, laundry, that kind of stuff. And then it's like, okay, it's either knitting, or maybe it's a little bit of knitting, and then it's computer time. And by computer time, I mean working. Okay. So anyway, it's 1 o'clock this morning. And my husband comes down the stairs. He comes wandering down, goes into and he stops and he looks at me. Here I am on the couch, all curled up with the laptop on my lap, working away. And he's like, don't you ever get off that thing? I'm tired. Okay? I'm tired. And I don't know what he thinks I'm doing. I don't know whether he thinks I'm playing or I don't know what he thinks I'm doing. And I just said, I'm working. This is work. I am not playing here. I don't play games. I'm just not. I'm doing work right now. It's 1 o'clock and I am working and I'm not done. So anyway, so that is like my life right now. So I just, the idea of putting some knitting on, it just sounds so wonderful. Um, but then you get like little reality checks, like, okay, so the Noro magazine will be coming in very soon. I got all my information about it, and that's what I'm busy about, is getting the stuff up on my website. Um, I don't know exactly when the magazine will be coming out, but it should be coming out shortly. So that means I have to really quick, like this weekend, get all that information up on the website. Yarn is not, some of the new yarn is not available. A lot of the new yarn is not available yet and won't be available for a little while, or hopefully it'll be soon, but I don't know when. Um, but we'll have the magazine, so that'll be great. And you could certainly pre-order the magazine, and you could pre-order any, a lot of the projects. I should take that back. Some of the projects that are I have been getting some of the newer yarns throughout the summer that are for some of those projects. It's just some of the new colors and some of like the two new yarns are not in yet. So those projects will be definitely pre-order. But there are some that I can actually, I'm ready, I can kit some of them up, which I should try to do. Okay, so what is on my plate that that I'm like, oh my God, I thought I knew I had time. No, all summer I thought about this. And I kept saying, I've got time. I've got time. I need time to think about this. I need to think about it. Well, time is up, and that's what I need to do this weekend besides getting the stuff up on the website. So what I'm doing this year is something a little different. I've been for like, I don't know, 6, 7 years at least. I've been doing I do a Nord Trunkshow. I do it here in the shop. Then when COVID hit and everything, then I started doing things online. So now I do in the shop Trunkshow, and I do an online Trunkshow, which I will do with you, which I have done with you for the Noro Spring. So when the Noro Fall comes out, I will certainly be doing that here with you. What I normally do is I do a yarn tasting, and I will make up a kit. It's kind of like the Barocco yarn tastings, where I make up the kits and you get like 6 different yarns. This year they're doing 2 new yarns. In the past they've done 3. So I would do 3 new yarns and then 3 other yarns featured in the new Noro issue. Well, this year what I've decided to do, because I'm going to forego the in-store Trunkshow, because from what I understand, I'm having the Trunkshow Thanksgiving weekend, which is a huge weekend here in the shop. It's Small Business Saturday. I make it Small Business Weekend. A lot of people come and bring family members and whatever. It's a big weekend. So I am just going to have the Trunkshow I'm just going to do an in-store, more informal Trunkshow. And I will be here Saturday, and it'll just be here the whole time that I have the Trunkshow. So we won't do the luncheon. We won't do, we just won't be sitting around chit-chatting and me showing each of the garment personally. We'll save that for the online thing. But what I will be doing instead of the actual yarn tasting packs, because I've been doing that for quite a while. So what I'm going to do this time is, and I always come up with some kind of a little project that you can do with that yarn tasting. Like in the past, I think I might have showed them to you recently too. I did the mitts. I think I talked about this last week. I really need just to look at the week before's notes to make sure I don't repeat myself. I think I did. So anyway, did mitts. This year, however, I thought, since I'm not going to do the whole other thing, I'm going to do something different with the yarn tasting. Since there's only 2 new yarns, and at this point, all the people that come in and all the people that in the past that order every year the yarn tasting pack. It's like, let's do it different. So what we're going to do is they're not available yet, but I did get a nice ball of the 2 yarn samples. So this is what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is the idea. So I have 2 of the yarn samples. And this is also one of the featured yarns, Malvinus. So what I'm going to do, let's do this, is I will be incorporating these 3 yarns into a somewhat bigger project. It's going to be some kind of neckwear. But I need to come up with the pattern. So I've been working on this. I've been casting on and ripping out and casting on and trying this and trying that. I have an idea in my head what I want to do, but it's not coming together yet. So that's this week's job. But the colors do play nicely together, so I'm happy about that. And also another thing that I wanted to do, and I bet you I had it and I bet you I lost it again. I have a big beautiful button. Yeah, here it is. This will be so pretty. Look at that. Oh, isn't that lovely? So this piece, I know for sure, whatever happens, it's going to have this big beautiful button as a closure on it. So what I'm going to do is you can either order the magazine by itself, or like in my yarn packs in the past, you can get your magazine, and you're not going to get big full balls like this. It's probably like going to be, I don't know, it depends on how much it takes. Whatever it takes, I will wind it down and you will get enough. You will get a kit, including the pattern and the button, and your magazine, and that will be your yarn tasting pack. So you'll get to try out the brand new yarn and have a finished piece. That's what I like to go with. Put this button in here, hopefully you don't lose it. So anyway, I'm thinking, I have a bunch of ideas. I drew out some pictures of what I'm thinking. I've actually even been going through my stitch calendar. I had these last Christmas. And I know, well, you'll see next week, because I need to have this done sooner. I mean, I should have had this done like by yesterday. It should have been finished so that I could have posted this up along with the magazine. So I am behind. But anyway, so that's what I'll be working on. Tomorrow's Sunday. Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I'll be working on, and that's why I can't work on anything else right now except for this. This is my emergency project that needs to be done. So, okay, yes, so I will be working on that, and hopefully it comes out well. Sometimes when I'm doing something, it's trial and error. I mean, I might have what I think is a great idea. Like, okay, for example, this is my example. So I was thinking what I wanted to do was I like a picot edge. And I was thinking, that might be kind of fun. Let's start out with a picot edge. I'll do a picot cast on. Picot cast on takes a while to do. So it was a good thing that as I'm doing the picot cast on, I'm looking at it, and I was doing it in this yarn. And this yarn is, as you can tell, it's kind of thick and thin, and I wasn't liking it. And I ripped it out. I'm like, no, we're not doing a picot cast on because that doesn't look good. So anyway, scratch that, start with something else. So I will figure something out. I still have a few other ideas. You know what? Sometimes it comes down to keep it simple. Just keep it simple. And I do have something simple kind of playing in my brain. So I might maybe just try that out next instead of going with, I've got a cable in my head. I've got some holy stitches in my head that I can use for a buttonhole. So I've got a few things playing around. And plus I have to incorporate the 3 colors too. So yeah. Yeah, things to do. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention to you too. So, Okay, the yarn crawl is kind of officially over in the shop. However, I did open up because I love my online customers as well, and some of them are so sad that they cannot come to the shop. And I know in the past I've done like a special yarn crawl page. I didn't do that, but what I'm doing is if you would like to shop online, and I had mentioned this during my newsletter, I think, and on Facebook, but this is your last chance. And I'm going to try to get this YouTube up as soon as I can, and I'm going to actually extend it through Sunday midnight rather than Saturday midnight, because I wanted to do this Friday night, and it was not happening. I can't do it on Friday night. Too tired. I get out too late, and it just doesn't work. So Saturday really is the day. So anyway, you have the opportunity, if you would like to. These were the cute little bags that we were doing for our yarn crawl. Now, I have a few. I just have a few left, and I am happy to let you participate and get one of these. This bag is free with a $50 purchase online, not including shipping. It's a $50 purchase and then you're shipping. If you do, so you have till Sunday midnight to do that. And now, so these are limited. Should I run out of this bag and you're willing to take the chance, I will switch it. I will give you one of these bags instead. I will give you the lime support your local yarn shop bag instead, okay, with your purchase. So if you really, these snap bags are just fantastic. And if you I have some people that just absolutely love this color and they had to have a bag. So like I said, very limited supply of what I have left. So if you'd really like one, I would get on the website real fast, place your order, and I'll probably, if I find that I'm out and you placed your order, I will let you know beforehand that you're getting the lime, just so that you're not totally disappointed in getting it, okay? But just be prepared that that's what might happen. Okay, so that is that, and I think I'm done. So I'm going to get home and I'm going to keep thinking, maybe, you know what I should do? Because I get the best ideas when I'm in the shower. That's what I should just do. I should just go home, make dinner, have myself a nice, hot, relaxing shower, and just do free association in the shower with my yarn. And I bet you I'll come up with something. And if it doesn't work tonight, I'll try again tomorrow morning. I think I'll do that. I swear, I always solve my problems. Not necessarily problems, just things that I can't seem to get past when I get in the shower. They just come to me. So let's keep our fingers crossed that that's what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm gonna let you all go. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you again next week, if not sooner. And don't forget also that next week starts Socktober, and I'm going to have some great little surprises for you through the month of October, okay? So have a great week, and I will see you again really soon. Bye-bye. Take care.